Happy lunch hour, gang. Okay, Saturday afternoon. It's pouring rain here, so it's a good day to get something done. I'm in the middle of cutting up muscadines and making wine. We've made all the jelly we have. I'll show you guys how to make wine here, well, probably in the next few days or something like that. But we have a bigger thing that we need to pay attention to, at least those of us on the East Coast. And if we remember what happened last year around this time, maybe you'd want to pay attention. We have a couple of hurricanes coming in. Yes, Alda, which is now around the Bahamas, is forecast to hit anywhere from about, Jacksonville, Florida, to Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. South Carolina has already declared a state of emergency. I'm going to give you this. If you live in southeastern Georgia or South Carolina, maybe make those hotel reservations somewhere inland now. Not necessarily something that you can't cancel, but if you gotta go, you gotta go. All right. Then Ombberto, which is the one that's still out in the Atlantic, we think, or at least the Weather Channel thinks, that this will stay away. But it's already a Cat 4, expected to be a Cat 5. If that one hits, that's trouble. Now, I'm more worried about Alda, which is on the same path as, pretty close at least, as the hurricane that we had hit last year that devastated western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee. Whether or not this hits, we don't know. But plan accordingly. But I live in Colorado, but I live in Maine, but I live in North Dakota. Plan accordingly. Because this will change, grocery prices, trucking, etc., etc., etc. Air travel, this gets anywhere near Atlanta, think how much that messes stuff up. Not that you're going anywhere, but how many of those packages that you are having shipped go through the Atlanta hub, Delta, right? This is what we need to pay attention to. Like I talked about this morning, we could have digital ID. We could have Islamic revolution. We could have economic collapse. Could. Right? The weather is one thing. Let's not get into HARP here, okay? That we can't control. And it affects all of us. You like orange juice, huh? What happens if the orange crop gets crushed? Peaches, Georgia, peach crop gets crushed. Nuts, that would be South Carolina, right? Okay. You start thinking about this and go, what do we have going on? What are you doing to take care of yourself? That's the important part. Yeah, I'm not overly worried about the hurricane hitting here. Last time, when it got so far inland, this time last year, it was still an hour and a half east of me. And they got crushed. I'm up on the side of a mountain. I'm okay. But those are your neighbors. Those are friends. Those are fellow statesmen, fellow preppers, fellow Americans. that we have to take care of because we are all part of the same group. Well, most of us at least, unless you're putting on cat suits or leashes and being walked around the streets of New York City, that's different. Okay. Unless you're out assassinating people, that's different. But for the most part, we're trying to help each other. We look at what's going on in the world, and we don't control any of it. A lot of you are like me. A lot of you guys joked this morning when I posted my videos before 6 o'clock. You're up early. I don't sleep. Not by choice. I can't. It's not because I'm worried about what's going to happen. I can't control that. I'm worried about how prepared am I if something does happen. That's my concern. What happens if the power goes out? The food stores are gone. There is no communication. A hurricane can do a lot to that. If I was in South Carolina right now, I'd be very happy that I'm a prepper. I'd be very scared if I wasn't. Because what happens if the power goes out for a week? For 10 days? What happens if something gets wiped out? We're almost into October. We had the first snowfalls, significant ones, in the Rockies this weekend. How are you prepared for that? Because, I don't know, Montana, Idaho, the Dakotas, Minnesota, Maine, Vermont, pick one, Michigan, you're going to get snowed on this year. What happens if it's 1978 all again? And you can't get to the store. A lot of you remember that. I was a kid, but I remember it vividly. What happens when there's no communication, there's no power, there's no food to get? The kids will love it. I remember tunneling through snow and making the greatest snow forts ever. The adults probably remember it too, going, I couldn't go to work. I didn't get paid. The mortgage was still due. The electric company still wanted their bill, right? This is the thing. You look at all of this, I've said this many, many, many times. Just because it's not going to hit you doesn't mean you don't want to learn from it. Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, probably going to get hit pretty hard here. Please, God, don't make it come inland. Don't let the people in Newport and Greeneville, Asheville, go through this again. They're still trying to dig out. We did a great job of helping them last year. I don't want to have to do it again. Not because I'm not going to be charitable. I don't want them to be that much destroyed. Take care of yourself. Take care of others as best you can. Help where you can. Some of you live in the eye of the storm here. Some of you may know friends, family. Do what you can to help. Got an email from Elliot yesterday. Ombberto, you guys know that. Maybe you guys want to take part of this one. Okay. I'll put a link below. They are having a big sale. Maybe it's time to think about it. For backup power. Free solar panels is not a bad idea. Get food. Get money put back. Go to the ATM machine. You guys have seen what's up. When silver's up at $45 an ounce, it's time to pay attention. As I mentioned yesterday, an October surprise. How prepared are you? It could be weather. It could be terrorism. It could be a whole lot of stuff. But if you stand on your front porch and go look to the left and to the right, are your neighbors ready? Or where are they coming? Pinball out.